We are here at 2590 Floyd Street, down in the Arlington Park district of Sarasota. All right, and this house here is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,400 plus square feet. There's a lot to tell you about this one. Brand new construction. All right, this is on a city lot. All right. About 17,000 plus square feet. Nice solid heavy door. So you walk in, obviously glass. You have your little stoop that's there as well. And this area is very walkable. You can see the sidewalk out there and things. So you got a little entryway here with some really nice fancy tile. Nice cuts there. Looking sharp, right? And this is located, by the way, in the highly desirable Arlington Park. If you're not familiar, there's a lot to unpackage here in this area inside the Rustic Lodge enclave. So all good things to note. And a very exciting home to feature for you guys. So weekly rentals, you are eligible for renting this out on a weekly basis, which is not allowed in the county limits, only in the city limits. So a lot of people are not aware of that. So nice little potential investment for folks that are looking to do so. All right, and just minutes from downtown Siesta. That's what makes this one an absolute gem on top of how great the place is. So anyways, entryway first impressions here. You got modern, clean architecture design. We're going to see more of it here shortly, and high-end finishes. All right, elegant porcelain tile flooring throughout the main living area, which you're checking out there. All right, and light-filled open concept layout designed for comfortable modern living, right? Private office den located near the entry, which is going to be right there. But before we get there, we're going to head over into the powder room, so ladies like to call it. All right, and you got your nice vanity there, floating vanity, and some modern finishes. Now this is going to bring you this nice big window and stairway up to the bedrooms, but before we go check those out, right, we are going to head right over into the office section. All right, now this could functionally be a flex room and be a 4th bedroom. So if you needed a 4th bedroom, you would be able to sneak one in there. Could be other uses besides an office. Could be a little gym. Could be another little living area. So whatever you need, this could be. But this is office den. And this is the one that's located near the entryway, which is just right over here. Now, I like that. I like that feature myself. When you have the office really close to the front door, makes it very accessible. Big French doors, you know. And they even have some windows up here. A window up here to just bring in all the natural light that's pouring in from the upstairs. So as you can see, you got extra windows up here as you go up here. And a really solid modern hand railing. All right, keeping you safe. So, anyhow, we're going to cruise on into this living area. All right. And as we do, it's got a really nice open feel to it. It's got a nice flow, right? So like you come directly back here to where all the action is really in the house. All right. And let me get to the kitchen first. Let's start here in this great room, okay? So you got a designer chef's kitchen on this one, and the centerpiece is the centerpiece of the home. Custom Studio Luxe cabinetry extending to the ceiling on this. So look at all the extra cabinetry going right up to the top of the ceiling here. All right, and you got premium quartz countertops with a full slab of quartz, okay? On the backsplash, actually. So check that out as you're looking through here. Didn't go cheap on the backsplash. That quartz looks great. Could be some from Siesta Key. You know, if you want to wear Siesta Key is 99% quartz. So that's why it doesn't get hot, actually, in case you're wondering. So anyways, you got that quartz countertop, and that does extend over to the island with this large sink that's here. A little covered up now. with some additional items for functionality, which is great. And you have the dramatic waterfall island, right? So perfect for entertaining. So you see how this drops off? Get that nice waterfall effect going on both sides. All right. And Thermador appliances. So these are all Thermador you're looking at. Dishwasher, stovetop, right? And it's hiding in there because the big thing with luxury right now is simplicity. You can't even see it, but it is there for your vent, okay? And then you do have the Thermador microwave and oven built in. And yes, the kitchen keeps going with the cabinetry. So if you're concerned about, pantry, there you go. And also nice smooth finish with the refrigerator built in. So the Thermador appliance package on this one. And that's an induction cooktop, by the way. And this fridge is about 42 inches. All right. Combination wall oven, as we mentioned here. So all good stuff. I know you might want to take a quick look in here, right? So this is what it's looking like on the inside. So got your bays and things, right? Crispers, real solid, as you would expect from a Thermador. Your ice and your wine spots here, if you're a wine drinker. And of course your freezer. So there it is, nice and sturdy, just the way you'd want it. So that is the kitchen area of this great room. And then moving on to the living room and main living area. And you can see the lanai out there. There's a bit of a sizzle factor that we'll get to. So you do have your 3-seater here for the breakfast bars. We're heading over to the dining room and living area. All right, with that waterfall quartz. Lots of big windows in here. Lots of sunlight coming through. Okay. And I'm going to lay out a really big sizzle factor here in a second with the location, going deeper into that. But let's talk more about the living room. So it's open concept. Here's your dining area. All right. Great for entertaining, seamless connection between kitchen, dining, and living spaces, right? All right. And modern finishes, clean contemporary lines on this, and well staged here. So you can really picture how things would look. Having your big flat screen over here, hanging out with guests and friends, watching what you watch, right? So, and lots of neutral tones in here. So a lot of, you can change this to however you want it paint-wise. So a lot of options heading into that. And this is a little storage area underneath the stairs. I know people are going to ask, so I'll just show you in advance. So sneaking in that extra storage. And these are pretty high ceilings. All right, and you do have room for more should you want a different light or a fan. There are the caps that are there ready to go. Now, typically builders don't put in these nice lights. A lot of times you'll find. So it's great that this builder did go ahead and do that. Okay. So anyways, before we go out actually into the lanai, let's go check out this garage. And I'm going to get into Arlington Park here in a moment if you're not familiar. And if you are, maybe we need to revisit it because there's so much to talk about. All right. Well, anyways, so here we are in the foyer, right? And you've got your cabinetry from the kitchen continuing on here. So no expense spared, even in the foyer. All right, so you got your nooks for your shoes. You got a spot to sit. A little fancy art, right? Which is a big part of Sarasota here. We're known for our art. And then you've got the sealed flooring here, the epoxy, and the flakes. Lots of flakes. So you don't slip. You know, if you're watching me on a regular basis here, you know I'm big on the flakes. Keeps you safe. Reinforced door. There's your AC unit is up here on the ceiling in the garage. That's the way they took care of it, right? And they do have it, they have a bit of a storage area at the moment, but lots of room here for a 2-car, right? So that's your garage. They did put the cuts in there because you know, that's an important aspect that is over there. Make sure you guys see that. So I like that. I like that flow here. into the foyer before you head into the main living area. So he can clean up before you get through. All right. All right, so let's head on to sizzle factor, which is going to be this nice outdoor space. All right, so you do have a bit of a yard. Okay, we are in the city limits here, keep in mind. So, all right. So you have a private heated, this is going to be a private heated saltwater pool, right? All right, and let me just spin around while I'm right here. So there you go. So you got a fenced in area here. If you got pets and things, they got a space to run, right? So, anyways, it does go back behind that privacy fence, okay, which is a nice touch as well. All right, and then we've got your outdoor kitchen, right? So, all set to go. Blaze burner grill. Granite countertops out here, and that's a really nice granite. It's shimmering. Yeah, you can see in the sunlight. It's gorgeous, right? And Zephyr beverage center, which is going to be right here. All right, we'll open this up. Everybody wants to see what's inside. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Your typical fridge, right? And what else do we have out here? So we got the beautiful pavers, okay, for the entertaining area. And a grassy yard space ideal for pets, gardening, or relaxation. So you could sneak in a little garden over here somewhere if you so choose. It does go all the way back there, so your pets could run all the way around here. And you got this nice privacy fence with your neighbor next door there. They can't see a heck of a lot. So that's a pretty good deal. And you do have the sun deck here, so you can put your chair on here and be in the water, catch the sun a little bit more. Steps right there leading you into the pool. It looks about 5-6 feet deep to me, maybe even a little bit more than that. You do have a little seat that's sneaking in there. You can make that out. So anyhow, that's what's going on back here. And don't forget, this is a brand new home, so you do get a 1-year builder warranty, which is really nice. So anything that goes wrong with the place, builder will need to take care of for you. So a lot of insurance on that in a sense. A lot of peace of mind. So modern, energy efficient construction here and high-end finishes, as I mentioned throughout. As we head upstairs, we're going to get to the bedroom section and another little sizzle factor you want to hear about. So now, what I really like about this location is the Arlington factor. Now, you are minutes to downtown Sarasota dining and arts and nightlife. You are a short drive to Siesta Key Beach, close to St. Armand's Circle for shopping and restaurants, right? And you're near Sarasota Memorial Hospital, one of the best hospitals in the nation. Close to the Legacy Trail for biking and walking. And you know about Sarasota schools here. So anyhow, here we are in the master, or primary, right? And this is on its own wing over here. Lots of natural light. This is on the back side of the house. Big windows. Really pouring in that sunlight. Right? And then, one sizzle factor is you actually have so much room in this walk-in closet that you have a office. So this is where you really could have that fourth room be downstairs, the office be a flex room, potentially a bedroom for guests, etc. Because you could have your little mini office right there. Well, I'll turn around. We got some built-ins in here. All right. And it's pretty large. So you could have one person on this side, one on the other. Or if it's just you, you got it all. So anyways, so there you go. Lots of place to store your clothes if you got a bunch of them. So, oh, pop it in the shot there. So, all right. And then you've got the ensuite, right? One of these has got the fan going. Let's see if I can get that off for you guys. There it goes. So, Well, one of them's still going, but that's all right. So in here, you have your dual vanities. You have that same, dual sinks, and you have that same vanity here, right? That's downstairs. Again, no expense spared. This is high quality cabinetry right here. And you've got the quartz up top, right? So very luxury, and this is definitely going to be a spa-inspired bathroom, right? And a bit of a primary retreat for you. All right. So, and then you've got your large walk-in shower, right? Okay, and you got the nice rain flow coming down to you. All right, and you do have a handle right there. Take care of business. All right, and you got another one there, and then of course your rain shower up here. So dual rain showers plus your own faucets that you can grab a hold of there and do your business. Speaking of business, there's the business room. All right, that's the one making all the noise with the fan. So we're gonna shut that off. So anyhow, you do have more windows here. They're nicely smoked for you. Finally, a nice soaking tub. There you go. You can put some candles up there, do what you do. Get your relaxation on in your primary retreat. So, you heard a little bit about the location advantages. I'm going to reiterate some sizzle factors and mention some new ones in a moment here, but let's check out these other two bedrooms as we move forward. Okay. So second bedroom, technically, as they stand, and definitely your high-end appeal is going to be on this. So you have your walk-in closet, right, with built-ins. So guests, friends, they get a spot to rest their laurels, right? And then they have their own private ensuite, right? Similar cabinetry, different color, get the wood look going. Quartz countertop. Nice big mirror. So it lights up for you and defogs. More of a high-end mirror for sure. Then a similar walk-in shower for your guests here. All right. And then, of course, your commode. A little more natural light. And we're shoving off to the third bedroom. So we got these all upstairs. Looking down the stairs here for privacy features, right? Nice to have some privacy. Each bedroom does include its own ensuite and custom built shelving system. There's another room we're going to check in over there in a second. So here is the third bedroom. All right. This is at the front of the house, so the last one was a bit in the middle. Here's your walk-in closet with cabinetry built in. All set to go. Just wait for you to put your stuff in here. And it does go around the corner. So let's go ahead and show you the full deal. And then, very similar cabinetry is the last guest bedroom. The vanity. And shower. So imagine, nobody's fighting here. Everything's pretty equal. If you have that constraint rooms, so just no one can say, oh, they're the favorite. You both are. So that's how it works. This builder's definitely got an eye for that. Now, you guys are wondering where that laundry room is, right? So, we get going here. Your laundry room is right here. Right on the same level as all the bedrooms. Right where you want it, right? Nice cabinetry all throughout. Again, very similar, just different color as the kitchen and baths. You have a functional sink there as well. And you look out into your front yard from here, along with more cabinetry up top. So really good use of space. If you want to peek out there, you do have a bit of the front yard that you can see. And wait, what's that? What were we just looking at out front? Oh, that might be another sizzle factor. Ooh, yes it is. It's your very own balcony. So here we are on your balcony. In Arlington Park, let me tell you, this is a super up and coming area. So if you're looking to make an investment that is likely to trend up in equity for you, I mean, Sarasota in general is likely to do that. However, you want to maximize that, this would be a tipping point. 100%. All right, and here is why Arlington Park is so interesting, besides the location so close to everything, okay? All right, so if you're not familiar, Arlington Park, right, is anchored by 36 acres of the park and aquatic complex, all right, with a 50-meter lap pool, 25-yard instructional pool, plus outdoor basketball courts, tennis courts, playgrounds, outdoor fitness gym, yep, I said outdoor, half-mile walking trail, and even a dog park. Like, what else do you need, right? So, really nice. And I'm going to go into a bit more of that, but there is your hot water tank. It is up here. It does have a pan, so they were thinking ahead. This is excellent. And what is behind this door? This is going to be your furnace for upstairs. So there you go. It is a train, which I really like those ones. But anyways, okay, so then you have less than 2 miles to downtown Sarasota, offering quick access to dining. It's, you know, you got your arts, you got your nightlife, you got your bayfront, while still enjoying residential neighborhood feel, right? So you're not really in the city. You're in the city, but it doesn't feel like city. And you can get right to the downtown, more of that city feel whenever you want, and it's not very far away. And it's recognized as part of the Great Florida Birding and Wildlife Trails. This neighborhood is exactly. And it gives you like a lush park-like environment. You'll see by walking around, very walkable, and it's a great opportunity to see these birds and wildlife. All right in your neighborhood, pretty well. And I mentioned it's very walkable. You have the south side villages for restaurants, and Sarasota Memorial Hospital has a bunch of restaurants around it, plus the Arlington Park amenities all nearby. So many errands and activities without getting in your car. So if you really like to walk, you like that city vibe where you can walk to things, this is definitely a property for you. You know, strong lifestyle appeal for families, for pet owners, for fitness folks, buyers that like to have a dog park or, you know, fenced playground, fitness stations, year-round aquatics programs, and that's all at the complex there. And that is not typical, all right? And like I said, it does have an emerging value plus the lifestyle. And in a pocket of Sarasota where your buyers get the proximity to downtown beaches and more. So really, really great sizzle factors, neighborhood-oriented vibe, you know. So excellent recreations right outside your front door. So to wrap it up on the sizzle factors, so you have the brand new construction in Arlington Park. All right, Thermador luxury appliance package, saltwater pool, and your outdoor kitchen, right? No HOAs, yes, I said it. Plus weekly rentals allowed. Strong vacation rental investment potential, minutes from downtown Sarasota and Siesta Key. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me and on these tours. We appreciate it very much. So grateful for you guys. And for now, bye for now.